Now what I wanted to do, I'm basically making this video for Leon Bowen. He's a good friend for many years. He's a modeler and a motorcyclist too, who does painting on his own, of course. He asked me a question, and I thought the easiest way to answer it, rather than type, because everybody knows I can't type or spell, that I just basically answer it in a video. Now, it just happens I'm ready to open up another, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know about these, they're about $15 list price. They're always on sale for $12.99, and when they're on sale for $12.99, I've had coupons for 20 or 25%. You get them for under $10. Now, that's a significant thing if you're going to spray paint something, because what you can do, what it allows you to do, is keep a spray gun for every color, red or blue. If you're painting a bike, 3 or 4 different colors, an airplane, whatever. So I thought I'd do this like an unboxing and try to share some of the tips that I've learned. First off, never read the directions. That's the key to success in life. Anyway, the gun comes just like this. This is really about as simple as it gets. It can't be a lot simpler than this. Pull the lid off. Put this on here. Let me just show this real quick. I like to do this in real time if at all possible, but you never know, that can change in a hurry. You don't want to make this overly tight, but you don't want to make it that in the middle of your paint job this goes down. The lids always leak. The way to get around that, I always put a sock on top of them. Cut the end off a sock, hopefully a sock that doesn't have a lot of lint flying off of it. That takes care of that. But let's now this was the thing I wanted to show Leon. This because the rest of this is pretty cut and dry. Let me move the camera up here a little closer. Well, it's Steven Spielberg high-tech stuff, but this is information you really can use no matter what you're painting. And by the way, these guns, and I think I have about 20 of them all together in the shop. I always have 2 jars of what amounts to be, you could use any material suitable. It'll be acetone would be choice 1, a urethane thinner for the urethane, a lacquer thinner if you're using lacquer, or butyrate dope. Whoa, lucky me. Look how lucky I am here. I didn't realize when I set this up that I had this. This is relatively clean thinner. So what I would do now, let's pretend I just got done doing something with this gun. I painted a motorcycle, an airplane, something. That if I'm going to paint within a month, I don't clean the gun. I just hang it up, make sure this is tight, and a month later that'll be fine. I have gotten away with that for many, I say gotten away with it, that's how I've always worked. Now keep in mind, there's always a lot of different ways to do things, and people with body shops, people that are selling things have different motivation. I only have one motivation, that if I've learned something over the years, and I've been doing this over 50 years, I can pass it on. And the idea of this is to spend as little money as possible, so that you have money left over for important things in life, like pizza and Hot Wheels. And now this is a gun that I used, I guess I did red with it. Let's just see. And what I wanted to show, cleaning the gun. I wanted to take one that was really dirty and clean it. This is about the dirtiest one. I haven't painted anything red in a while. All these guns that have the green on them. And you can see there's still a little bit of residue. Well, trick 1, keep a gun just for clear. Never put metal flake in it, clear. That gun, clear. If you have an expensive gun, use that one for the clear. Now if I go back in here and just take some of this, and you can just let it drain out that way, you can dump it, really doesn't matter. Take another one, take the same one, really doesn't matter. The idea is to get in there, get as much of that red out, because the next color we're going to paint is going to be probably not red. Now it's relatively clean. Now, again, clean acetone, dirty acetone. This is for cleaning the gun. So in my case, I throw the whole gun in there, but first I take the tip off. If I were going to clean it. Cleaning it would be, I'm not going to paint anything for at least a month, because for a month it'll just sit there. Then after a while the paint, the thinner in the paint evaporates and just it clogs up the gun, and then you have to go through this, what I'm doing basically right now. The lid, one of the tricks you can make yourself life a lot easier, always get the inside of the lid. If you leave a little bit up in there and then you go to spray a different color, a lot of times it'll come out, because it's a dried paint, it'll come out like a spittoon. So we got a relatively clean cap. That's going to go on there. We'll put a sock on it when we're done. Now I'm looking, I have it in another jar. I have it in another jar in there. Let me go get the other jar. But, well, maybe an easier way. You could save myself a lot of aggravation. You always leave it covered up. If possible, don't leave it in your house. Put it out in the garage. It's going to have some odor no matter what you do. This stuff, acetone especially, always has an odor. So this gun, we want to put this gun together, but for the sake of doing this, it just makes a lot of sense. Let's pretend it was this gun. I'm all done with this gun now. This comes off by hand. You really shouldn't use pliers on it. You have two parts. These come off. Once a month you could take this guy off. He comes off with this little tool. And there's no point even taking it off now. In fact, this wrench is to the point where you probably should get a, they give you a wrench with every spray. You know why they give you a wrench right for it? Because it wears out. But again, you really shouldn't use pliers on it. I'll go get another wrench out of one of the other boxes. But these are the two parts that need to be soaked. Now what I do, while this is in here cleaning, these I don't want in the dirty. I want these in the clean. So if I had just gotten done spraying, if this were totally dirty, I'd take these parts, put this in there, put that in there, put the lid back on, go have a cup of coffee. When I come back, that would be the end of that operation. Now, while that's, I hope Leon, whoever checks this out anyway, and obviously you can put that in there too. What will happen, let me back this up a little bit so you're not just looking at a table. I'm not sure my face is any better than looking at a table. Quiet, Glenn. But anyway, here's another one of the little things I've learned over the years. These guns, the cost of the acetone to clean them a lot of times is more than the gun. They're so cheap, it pays to have a bunch of them. It pays to have a spare. The wrenches strip out almost instantly. They're made out of peanut butter. That goes without saying. Actually, that is, here's what you really shouldn't do. You really shouldn't get and just grind it out. They do come from the factory, and I wish they had that little, if they gave a new wrench in here. How about it, guys? Oh yeah, let me go over this. Have I ever done this before? They give you a little cleaning brush, which I haven't found a lot of use for. But a brand new wrench, let's see if this one can get it open. It's funny to see this. It's funny that these tools that they give you are really useless. So what I'm saying is you just go get a metric wrench or a regular wrench that really does work. But I would suggest not using the pliers. Even though I use the pliers once in a while, I get so aggravated. The brush can be good for cleaning things, and if you really have a dirty gun, that can be of some value. But here's what maybe I should say this in a different way that I'm saying it. I have never had a problem winning bike shows or airplane concourse awards using $9 spray guns. I've never had expensive equipment. The answer is always that I've always, in the back of my mind, I've thought, well, if somebody were to give me a championship hockey stick and put the tape on the end, not going to make me a good hockey player. What makes me a good hockey player is practicing with any stick. So what I'm saying, if you're new to this and you're practicing, get 2 or 3 of these. Let me just show you what I've done over the years, and it's worked so well. Now, of course, we're working in a shop here. I was working on Glenn's project, brought that inside. This is Vlad's project. If you could see in real life the quality of this paint, you do not need more than a $9 spray gun to do this. If you have a $200 gun or a I was watching a guy on YouTube the other day who said, I'd never buy that cheap $900 model, I want the $1,200 model. And I'm thinking, you know something, I'm not sure his paint is that much better than mine. Maybe it's not even as good. We don't know yet. But anyway, this is my trick. I have an HVLP gun. It's of some value. In the summer, I like to use it, not in the winter. Not sure why. I always have a gun that's set for that color, which is a silver, that I use a lot of. This is the gun that I use black. Right now it has a special black in it that's for that Bermuda. We always have a real expensive gun that I use from time to time to spray clear if we're going to paint a guitar or a car or something. But I haven't really found this to be any better than the stuff I use normally. Now you see each one of these guns, every one of them, if you take any one at random down, it has a sock on it and some paint that tells you what color's inside of there. You can usually tell on a tip. But each one of these guns, let's see how many we do have up there. We have about 10 right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, see, I even marked that one silver. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we got 15, 16. I'm not sure how many we have. We got a couple out here too. But my point was, it isn't a really nice spray job, and I can show this up in the same thing. A really nice spray job can be done with inexpensive equipment. And just buying expensive equipment when you're a new guy to this, I think you can spend your money better. Just buy a lot of paint and go around painting the neighbors' cars when they're away on vacation. So this was my little ploy today. Leon, I hope it helped you figure some stuff out. Now some of the guns, just to mention, like this one, this is due for a cleaning. You see how dirty it is? And yeah, it's due for a cleaning. But if you look at the outside of the gun, it doesn't tell you how clean the inside is. And it's the inside that matters. So, again, what I found is these guns seem to work for me. They've allowed me to do some pretty nice paint jobs, to easily win some bike shows, some model airplane events, do some nice painting for my friends. Here's Glenn's project that we're working on now, as long as we're going to run this out. People that have never been here or haven't been here recently. But these cans, a big can for doing dirty cleaning, clean. A new gun every once in a while, pop for $9 down at Harbor Freight. And you know what? I don't know why I even saved these. I don't know. Maybe you could make brackets to hold M&Ms with them or something. They really are of no value to me at all. But I hope, Leon, I hope you've gotten the information I tried to get from this video. And if it's of some value, pass it on to your friends, whether they're modelers, whether they're motorcyclists. This is one thing. Or if you're just somebody that you'd like to try painting something on your own, I've tried to put all the information I know, which I only like to put first-hand information out, but I hope that's helped.